You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't bleeding.
And you can't beat that!
It's hashtag Wrestlepals.
That's... Oh. Look, it's too early to unveil the new toys.
Yeah?
We're a little bit punchy, so we've been playing around with... Hey, everybody's hashtag was what? You want to do it right now? Do it right now.
The music.
What? Oh, okay. That's right. We don't want to get...
We will.
We'll get yelled at. We always get... Hey, everybody's it's hashtag WrestlePals. It's hashtag WrestlePal, Justin.
That's me, baby.
That's him. Look, he's right there. Oh, I can bring it further down in the camera thing. There we go. You're way up in there. Look
Feeling
at you.
all right?
Nah, I'm fine.
Do one of these?
And I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate. And no spooky fingers today. That's fine.
Even if prompted, Nathan, you will always get the spooky fingers.
Oh, well, the camera's cutting you off. That's what you get. Where'd they go? They disappeared back into...
Oblivion?
Samoa Joe's Diner, everybody.
Look where we're doing the show. Oh, God, I can't... There we go.
What is that hand doing back there? It's almost like I didn't put enough preparation or thought into putting up a two-camera shoot on the same scene at the same time.
It's fine.
All right, I can move you. Justin.
I ain't worried about it. Yeah?
You know what? We missed one of them their shows there last week.
Yeah, we did. But you were out of town.
I was way out of town.
So there was no way we were going to be able to get it done.
I was actually fighting bears. I was training.
I saw Bears a couple weeks ago.
How is he? How is Bears?
Good. No, I'm serious. I saw it like I was driving up in the Blue Ridge, the thing there with the thing.
Those are called mountains, Justin.
Yeah.
There you go.
Park line.
I'm not cutting your head off
gimmick.
Anymore. I feel better.
Whatever the gimmick's called. I can't think right now. This is awful.
Yeah. This is way late for both of us. Probably not a good idea. We're going to be a little punchy.
Sippies.
We're going to be a little silly. It's good. Well,
Clinkies, too.
Well, first of all, my can disappears with the goddamn chroma key. Look at this. I'm having a can of floating letters.
This amp.
I'm going to have a sip of
Ooh, are we
Nothing.
gonna watch it like?
Nihilist soda. This is delicious. Look at this.
Looked like you were drinking Samoa Joe.
That's good. That's good space right there. Look at that. It's good.
Oh,
Technology. We shouldn't have any.
we're fun. We're fine, and it's. You all right?
You said we're fun.
We're fine.
Okay, I'll give you that.
All right. So yeah, we missed the show last week. It was a slow week for wrestling anyway.
It was. If there was ever going to be, it would have been our preview week for Great Balls of Fire. And you know what?
There was no excitement going in other than
It was a little rough, because the last show we had the lovely and talented Wrestlepal Fredo call in and defend Raw to us, saying you need to watch it differently. And I went in, and I very specifically took his advice and went in, and I made sure to watch Raw first, and I tried to watch it with a different mindset. I tried to go in there with a, hey, let's watch it as something spectacular, something over the top, something almost cartoonish, larger-than-life characters doing larger-than-life things, and then we'll watch SmackDown. It'll be the more, I don't want to say believable, because everything they do is kind of unbelievable, but it's the more everyman, the worker wrestler show. And you know what? I did enjoy Raw better, because I usually end up not being able to watch until a little later in the week, and I'll end up always gravitating towards SmackDown first, because it's usually the tighter, more entertaining show, and then I'll end up watching the Raw, and it's like it can't compare. Now I may still have liked SmackDown better, but I felt like Raw was a better lead-in to SmackDown. That being said, this past week was supposed to be the go home going into the show.
I didn't even bother,
and there wasn't.
I was already sold on Joe versus Lesnar.
Yes,
like as soon as Joe won, I was already sold.
Yeah, and I think did we have the women's gauntlet match that week?
No, that was the week before.
That was the week before. So we had like just a little bit of build up there, like a little bit of hey, here's some little bit of mic work between you two, and that's some rough last minute build up there.
Yeah. And
it's okay. It's serviceable. So I think we both kind of went into this pay-per-view. Hashtag W WEG Atavaba.
I saw lots of people petitioning for hashtag WWE balls, which I thought would have been better.
What does that make sense about? Why is that a thing? What does that mean?
Great balls of fire, Nathan.
Come on, man!
Hashtag WWE balls.
I wish I had gotten a logo to put up there, because a lot of people said this like right away as soon as they first put the logo up there. If you're going to have something called Great Balls of Fire, first of all, okay, man, come on, I get it.
Goodness gracious!
Every podcast is lit off with that this week. Goodness gracious!
Goodness gracious!
Great show.
Hey,
of fire! Oh, God. It's fine. We snuck it in and hated ourselves. It's good.
I hate that I put it on the article this week.
Nah, it's fine.
What else do you do with Great Balls of Fire? There's not much else you can do with that.
It's
lengthy.
You say hashtag W WEG and be like, that rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite part of the go home thing, was just everybody saying, I'll see you at Great Balls of Fire. It's like everybody's having to say it so seriously. You're getting Joe having to cut promos. You had Great Balls of Fire. I'm going to call it a pay-per-view, even though it isn't really a pay-per-view anymore, so I can say pay-per-view and distract you from the fact that I just had to say the words Great, Fire, and Balls.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I shouldn't have put them in that order. I'm going to say pay-per-view again.
If Kurt Angle is to be believed,
why not?
He I guess in an interview he said that it's called that because Vince thinks it's funny.
Well, you know what? I could see him being like, I remember the 50s. It's like, yeah.
Remember the 50s?
Or 60s, or who cares? It's more 50s. It felt more 50s, right?
Yeah.
The drive-ins and the big crazy cars with the fins and stuff. But
we digress. Great Balls of Fire was last night.
I'm going to digress one more.
Okay.
The logo.
The balls? Or
if you're calling it Great Balls of Fire, you can't put one, but don't put two. Put three, maybe four, because it was immediately pointed out that looks like a pair of testicles, and Lo and behold, a shaft of some sort going through the logo. Oh my God. Maybe Vince is right. This is funny.
The balls were on fire, man. What's wrong
Well,
with
this is the thing. They were
On fire.
very spherical. These weren't like molten rocks coming out of these were very spherical, as though they were crafted. And then they were put in the flaming things, and the flaming things looked very kind of, it looked like a legit scrotum. Mm-hmm. The flames looked like, and it was...
Nathan, I don't know if you heard me, but the name of the pay-per-view was Great Balls of Fire.
Okay.
Balls, fire.
I started coming around on it, though, man.
I wasn't in love with it, but...
Oh, no.
The presentation was fine.
Everything about it was hateable at the very beginning. But then I started seeing the promos things, and they were calling back to the old drive-in things, and and now your feature event of the evening, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
I kind of triple main event, blah 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 blah. And the refreshments available in the You're Gonna Die. It was, I'm burpy now. I started coming around, and I loved the graphics that they used.
Yeah.
It's fantastic with the names on the various muscle cars. I dug that.
Yeah.
But Samoa Joe's Diner. It's like, hey, who's that beefy Samoanish guy? Well, he is Samoan. He's Samoa Joe. Mm-hmm. Joe? His name's Samoa Joe. Put it on a diner, fat boy. I was like, come on, man. Damn. Samoa. That's right. But I kind of came around on the theme, and I started digging it. That weird 50s kind of weird, almost like schoolyard fight type deal. I almost wish they had committed a little more to it and did like a set piece.
Yeah. It looked like Raw.
It did. It very, very... In fact, the ramp looked even smaller than a usual Raw. It didn't feel like the big giant thing. Yeah, it felt exactly like the Raw with the announce table up on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
everything was red because the balls were on fire.
Yeah, that happens.
The balls were on fire, Nathan.
Great.
They were great.
Yeah. Oh, and great.
All right, so
yeah, I wish they would have committed a little more to it, but blah 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 blah.
It was fine. Now here's the thing. I haven't been watching Raw lately, and they've given me good reason not to. Mm-hmm. That's my wife. There's been kids outside my house lately, like around this time, 12:30, 1 o'clock.
And you wrestled them?
No, they're like little kids, like kids probably your son's age,
like 5-ish.
Yeah. Like making weird little kid noises at like giggling and stuff outside.
Hold on. All right, sorry, wrestling. You're gonna have to wait a second. What are little kid weird noises?
Like
give me an
giggling.
example.
You know what I mean?
Giggling?
Like 5-year-old giggling, like they're getting away with something. You know?
Nah, man. I need to hear this.
I don't have an impression.
All right. Dildo. That was really close to your dildo.
Dildo is actually pretty close to Bobcat. Anywho.
I always thought it was a bobcat. So,
the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view was...
I think your wife could whip the shit out of some 5-year-olds, by the way.
Probably, I guess.
Like...
Why she would, but...
You want to keep that center of gravity low, and here's what you got to do. You got to find the leader.
Uh-huh.
Just right between the eyes. You got to take that one out first, because what you got then is a psychological advantage over the rest of them.
Uh-huh.
Like, you see what I did to him? See what I did to your leader? If you got one with glasses, you pop them right between.
Aww.
If you can, shatter and break the glasses, get a little blood going, and the rest of them will scatter.
This guy.
What? This guy can handle a pack of 5-year-olds.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, 12:30, come giggling to my house. I dares you. Please don't show up. I'll be very scared. Well, I have a certain level of things when I get scared. Going back to me yelling.
No, I'm just trying to we have comments.
Oh, you're trying to get back to the thingy. I got you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jim asks.
Oh.
Jim Powell asks, what was up with Neville after the match going to the timekeeper's table? My sister is watching, even though she doesn't like wrestling.
Oh, I'm sorry about talking about beating up 5-year-olds. I can, and I would, and I have, but I'm sorry too.
I actually did not. I'm glad he's redirecting us because I didn't get a
Thank
chance
you.
to see the pre-show match between Neville and.
Give me your best Tozawa. That's pretty good. You do impressions.
Yeah. You said doo-doo.
I did. You know what? I don't know what they're gonna. Where do they go with Neville?
I don't know, man.
Because the match ends up kind of being a little bit of a screw finish with there was a low blow thrown in there, so it looks like and then they had a little after thing where Titus is trying to calm Tozawa down in the background, saying, "Hey, look, I represent you. I'll go get this taken care of. We're gonna get that rematch." So I think we're gonna see this again, but I'd like to see Tozawa dethrone Neville.
Now, here's what I think.
Tozawa's snap German is freaking beautiful, and he does he did one little fake out thing like and Neville like covered up, and then just exchange, snap suplex, bam. Oh, so pretty.
I'm with you.
Uh-huh.
I think Tozawa takes him.
Mm-hmm.
I think Neville moves on to either Titus or Apollo, moving him into the regular roster and off of 205 Live.
It depends, man. It really depends on what they want to do. First, and when we discuss that whole thing about transitions in and out of that division, you have to mention the Austin Aries thing.
Yeah.
He's been released, and they've been fairly nebulous on whether or not it's, could you just get the hell out of here? You're fired. Or if it was, hey, I'd like to get out of here. But, I mean, there's been a lot of back and forth online, but it's also online.
Yeah.
With, Aries is known to be a dick wherever he goes, and that's usually gets him summarily dismissed after people stop tolerating his garbage. And then there's also people saying, yeah, he did whatever he did what he wanted to do. He did as much as he could there. He wasn't going to go anywhere else, so let's cash out while my property's still hot.
Yeah.
And he could go anywhere. It depends on, well, ROH is different than when he was there, when Austin Starr was there. So, I mean, he could have a place there. He could. GFW was probably looking for nice little roster boost, but it might still have that TNA stink that he doesn't want to go anywhere near.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could be one of those dudes that runs on over to New Japan. The dudes aren't quite as big, and he would fit in there.
The thing is, like, he never quite fit in WWE. Like, he's a spectacular wrestler. Well,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. He's an excellent wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really, really good wrestler. I brought this up last year. There was the match between Zayn and Nakamura, and there was a match between Aries and Nakamura, like pretty much back to back.
Uh-huh.
Aries and Nakamura was the better match.
Yeah.
But Zayn and Nakamura was just more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Aries is just not a spectacular wrestler. There's no spectacle to him. Rude is getting over because he has a spectacle of an entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a great wrestler to back it up. Aries didn't have that. He just had that, and then, he comes waltzing out to the ring. Again, I respect the guy. I think he's a great wrestler. I enjoyed his time with WWE.
It was fun watching his build on the announce table.
Yeah.
But I think in this span he was there, it's almost like he was there not to be the head of the 205 division or to even be at the top of that card. He was there to elevate the championship and get gone, man.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Because I thought it was a weird thing because it's almost like, oh man, 205, damn. Because he kind of thought that with Neville a little bit, but it's like, no, he can go in there and dominate, and he has. And it's been good, and he's getting as much out of it as he can. But like you said, does he transition out of this to Apollo? Does he transition and go straight for Titus? Does that get him off of 205? And what does that do to 205? Does that make 205 the, all right, little dudes, let's go down there and do your playing around, and when we decide you're worth it, we'll bring you up to the main roster.
Yeah. And
let you get cut from the Hulu cut of Raw. Yeah, it's that can undermine the division. I'm sorry.
They've shot themselves in the foot with that division, just completely, because the Cruiserweight Classic was excellent.
Yes,
like the way they treated it was outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
It was great to watch. It was fun to watch.
It was a different product.
It was a completely different product, and they've molded it into this WWE thing. And while it's still fine, it's still watchable. It's still awesome to see these guys on WWE television.
Uh-huh.
It's WWE television.
Yeah.
It's Monday Night Raw, only with purple ropes.
These guys could be a spectacle in another way.
Yeah.
Like, Mustafa Ali is amazing. I love Tozawa. Tozawa's also a big, crazy nerd.
Yes.
If you see any of the backstage stuff with Tozawa, he's like, what a weirdo. I love him. He's the best. and there's just a ton of other dudes in there, you know, and I feel like if they transition Neville out, they're saying that, well, he's graduated from preschool, and we're gonna send him on to lower mid card.
Yeah,
it's like
back to where he was.
Yeah, which doesn't do anything for 205. 205 is a place you try to escape, and where does he end up on the main card?
I
Neville
like
Valor would be fun.
Yeah, it would.
Yep.
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
Jim Powell says he's sure Aries was pissed about WrestleMania. They had a great match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but it was still way early, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, you get to be on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't.
Catch-22.
Whatever his backs, I feel like he never presented any sort of animosity or any sort of regret or anything as far as a character.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that he was fully bought into what he was doing when he was out there, being as professional as he could. Now, what he did behind the scenes, or when it turned off, or when the cameras turned off, or when he was, in his own personal life and his own personal dealings with people behind the scenes, that's not what I see. I try to stay a fan. I try to watch the product and enjoy the product for what it is. Yeah, but then again, I'll still read the dirt sheets. Whatever, it's fun.
I still read them too. I mean, I just take it with a grain of salt. I mean, sometimes I'll bring it here because it's an interesting point.
I'll always bring it. They're always fun.
I rarely believe them, but you never know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That TMZ audio sounded pretty authentic. That sounded like Paige and Alberto having a spat.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get into that next hour.
Yeah.
Let's hop into the pay-per-view proper.
Oh, dig it.
So, I hopped in almost midway through.
Oh, I felt so bad. You were in a bad internet spot. I was like, oh man, I can't throw out spoilers and go, holy crap, did you?
I mean, I was at my dad's, which was cool. I was hanging out with Dad, and then
always fun.
And then I get home a little bit later than I had planned, which again, it's okay. Like, I was having a blast.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'll just watch it late. And instead of just trying to start from the beginning and then try to catch up to you guys, which wouldn't have happened, I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna hop in.
That's too much work to watch that way too.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'll hop in live, I'll watch Raw Talk, and then I'll go back and watch the beginning of the pay-per-view. So I go back and watch it, and as I'm watching it, I immediately hop in our Slack channel and go, wait, Wyatt and Rollins is the open?
Wyatt and Rollins was the open.
Weird.
You know what? I
didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either.
It just definitely threw me for a loop. I mean, obviously these guys aren't working a main event program. Like nowhere on this does it say these guys should be towards the top of the card.
Right.
So I get it, but it just was like, oh, okay.
But if that's your undercard, man, that's pretty damn strong. The fact that you can put that on early as the hey, let's get their attention match, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, the problem was I still haven't bought into the feud.
Yeah, they're building it as God versus Kingslayer, and it's like, nah, you're just two dudes.
Yeah,
we're still at, hey, look at these two dudes, instead of, oh my God, I can't believe these massive entities are going to collide.
I like the angle that Bray is taking of trying to make him what he really is. I like that. I like his promos. I always like his promos. Damn it!
Of course, that's like all he's had. That's like the one thing they can't take away from him. But I feel he got something out of this.
Yes,
we get a good win for Bray against a very, very beloved Seth Rollins, a very protected Seth Rollins, and I don't think Seth hurts from this because it's kind of a whatever little blow off thing. Now, if it elevates on after this, cool. Then we could start caring about it a bit more. Yeah. But I love Bray's. I have to. The reckoning will befall the blasphemers.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good.
That's a fantastic reason for him to want to destroy Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Seth is. Now Seth. Wait, no, that's Jeff.
I'm Jeff.
But Seth did what he could to build it, but didn't have a lot of time and didn't have a lot of. It hasn't felt like it's been a lot of motivation. It's Seth's characters felt very much like, why don't you leave me alone, man? I don't want to. I'll fight you,
me, man.
Jesus, man. That's right, I'm Jesus, man. No! God! Yeah. No!
Jim Powell asks, where do you guys think Finn Balor goes from here?
Ooh, okay.
We haven't seen Raw yet tonight. I mean, we've seen some of the
spoilery stuff.
Well, you've read some of the spoilery stuff. I haven't yet. I saw a couple of videos.
Okay. You want the
Sure, bring it.
Not so much the spoiler thing, but the buzz going around before Raw happened tonight was, hey Justin, Balor's not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Gallows and Anderson aren't doing anything.
No.
There's been rumors they want to tweak a little bit of the Balor character a little bit. Maybe. Hey, maybe. Nah, you ain't getting no club. Fuck you.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I shouldn't be cursing on this one. It went into we picked up Raw. I think did a fantastic job tonight as far as what I've read of picking back up those other storylines that weren't on the pay-per-view, which makes Raw feel bigger.
I mean,
there's depth of story.
Yes. God bless it. And
Raw's doing all right, man.
Finally, and I mean, it started with this pay-per-view. This, I'll say this before we dive into the rest of it.
Right,
this was a good pay-per-view.
Very.
This was
we went in with low expectations, and we were very pleasantly
met
surprised.
and exceeded.
Yes, our low expectations. You got them.
Well, I mean, after Extreme Rules, I was just bummed, and I wanted nothing to do with Raw, nothing at all. I was again after watching this pay-per-view. I'm like, cool. I'm ready to watch Raw. I want to see what's going to happen next.
Oh yeah,
which is all I've ever asked for.
Yeah.
So
and reading into what's transpired this evening, it looks like they're getting back to, hey, here's some development. Tune in next week. That's all I want.
Again,
that's all I want is to leave the end of the night so I can be excited to come back the next week.
Oh man, this is going to be awesome next week. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, that's all I need. That little bit of a tease.
Yeah. So, well, and again, it built from this night. It built from the pay-per-view into Monday. So, up next,
getting that flow back.
Thank God. I mean, I don't know if it was Finn's injury and they just are finally now coming back from it. I sure as hell hope not. But I don't know, man. I'm
loving seeing what they're able to do with the depth, and they're finding places for people to fit.
And again, it doesn't need to be because it's a different show than SmackDown. I just want it to be a good Raw.
I want them to utilize as many tools as they have,
They've got
which is
so many.
SmackDown excels at it. The fact that the opening match is something that or the pre-show match, Neville's doing Neville things, but I get to care about Tozawa and by proxy Apollo Crews and Titus at the same time,
right?
And I care, and it's a low card feud, and I dig it.
Yep, because you need an entire card, and they just haven't they treated Raw that way.
Yeah.
A couple matches are great, and then the rest of it's whatever.
There's some spectacle and exposition out front, or exhibition out front, and then now we've got your two mains, and get out of here. Resolution, nowhere to go from here.
Beautiful. Jim Powell says exactly how Raw was tonight, exciting, and I mean that's all I'm asking for. I don't. SmackDown's my wrestling show. I want Raw to be an exciting spectacle. I mean, maybe I'm asking for too much, but I don't know. It's what
hashtag Wrestlepals all he wanted us to go in. All he wanted us to do was go in with that open mind, and hey,
I always have
earning my respect.
But yeah, so up next, speaking of spectacle, Big Cass versus Enzo Amore. I did not care about this match. Period.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know what?
I really didn't. Even though they did it created some decent television. It created one great moment. And then, some decent follow-up stuff leading in.
Yeah, they tried to recapture that magic the next week, and it was still good, but it was, where the hell do you... Come on, Single Teardrop, what's up?
Yeah.
But, I don't know, man, this was the coming out party for Cass.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was a few misses with it, as far as, I don't care for the theme, but it's new, so...
It'll take a while.
Scratch that. If a theme's good, it'll hit me right away. Elias Sampson's theme, holy shit, I love it. Jinder Mahal's theme when it first hit, loved it.
Yeah.
Big Cass's new thing, there's a little bit of the New York twinge to it, but it's not. It hasn't grabbed me, and it doesn't say him. But what is he yet? He's black T-shirt, big giant guy right now.
Right now, that's all he is.
He's a test. It's awesome.
He sure is.
Sorry.
Now, Enzo Amore, you said this out there, and I don't think there's a better way to put this, because this is what I was worried about, that he was going to get his ass handed to him, and then he was going to disappear forever.
Oh, he was going to get his ass handed to him.
He saved his job.
Yep.
He went out there, cut an amazing promo. It was money.
Right.
And it's like, cool, I want to cheer for this guy. I want this guy to somehow pull off the win. And, I mean, he didn't, which makes me hate Big Cass more for all the right reasons.
Oh, man.
He beat my guy.
Yeah. Did you hear the chant going on? Calling him...
Casshole?
Casshole.
Nice.
And then it's just like tailor-made. Like, yay.
And then he
You
embraced
jerk.
it. He embraced it later on Raw Talk, which Raw Talk was great.
It was.
Finally.
It
'Cause
was.
it just seems like it's always this, like, just it's a talking smack rip off, and they just don't do it as well.
You had urgency with it when it was after a pay-per-view. Because it was getting in trouble with... you got pay-per-view tonight, so you stand up to like 11? I don't know, maybe 11:30.
Watch the thing.
I gotta see the best part, please.
See where the character development goes, and that's where I'm like,
So what'd you think of Cass going into that?
I hated him. And then, like, he starts talking, I'm like, man, I don't like not fun Cass.
Not fun, Cass. Bad. Yeah.
Not fun Cass is not fun, and again, he's not supposed to be.
I love
All the right reasons.
I love that he's really. You can absolutely sense how much he turned down the New York accent garbage, which is fine when he's the character and the fun guy, but this guy is just going to smash you in the face.
Yep.
But this feels like
Well, you don't think I can do it?
this feels like him talking.
Yeah. Well, you don't think I can do it? He says to Rosenberg.
Just intimidating.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
please, anybody that wants to intimidate Rosenberg,
By all means.
we love you for it.
Thank you. Owens, I love you. And Cass, now I love you.
Mrs. Dismissal of him.
Oh, yeah.
Could you get off of my side? Please leave.
Leave.
You're dismissed. Fantastic. But yeah, that was Cass thorough ass whipping,
Make short work of him.
a short dominance work of
Yeah.
it.
So, I mean,
well done.
he comes out the better for it, obviously. Enzo has the gift of gab. He should be able to stick around. I don't know. I still don't know what they do with him. Figure out something. Figure out somewhere for him.
Yeah.
So up next, I want to correct this because it's the 30-minute Iron Man match.
Oh boy.
No, well, look, you can't run around calling it
First
the
ever.
first ever.
First ever. Never been done, attempted, or anything even similar to it ever.
Now,
Ever?
you want to do it, that's fine. Do the tag Iron Man match. It's cool. I'm into it. I like the pieces. I like the
What?
I like the gimmick between them.
Okay.
Hardy versus the Bar.
Yeah, just warming up. I'm warming up on that a little bit. They did a goddamn Dragon Ball Z fusion dance. But okay, nerds.
Then
You wanted to clear up. You wanted to clear up the Iron Man.
at worst, there's at least one other tag team Iron Man match because I called it A1 versus Brandon Day and Aiden Chambers. I can't tell you the year. 2012, 2013.
Probably 100 years ago today.
No, I mean it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
No, I mean I'm sure there may be more before that.
Yeah.
Possibly, but you can't claim it's the first ever if I know that there's at least one other.
Yeah.
And I was there in person. I called the action for it.
Like
Stop it.
if they would have branded it, well, I mean that's the WWE thing though. As far as branding,
Yeah.
they are the place, and we don't acknowledge anything. Like the fact that they'll acknowledge IWGP championships now, or multi-time
big
world
step.
champion elsewhere,
Yeah.
and not say where, but still acknowledge that the elsewhere exists. Is a major step for them because they've always presented themselves as the end-all, be-all, the only existence. The WWE universe is the universe,
Yeah.
and everything else is just play. So it's them presenting it as, hey, this is the first ever because nothing else exists.
First time in WWE. I mean, I'm fine with that.
I'd have to go back because they've had like the first couple like ladder matches in NJPW. And I'm curious how they build those as if they were the first ever in NJPW or if they were just first ever. It's semantics, but if you're gonna, if the question is semantics, you got to go for the one that makes you look bigger and better.
I suppose.
So I get it, but man, I understand how personal that is to you.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's those friends of mine
Uh-huh.
who they put on a hell of a match, and I was there.
How long was that, man? They did the full hour?
60-minute Iron Man match.
Jesus, man.
Between A1, Aiden Chambers, and Brandon Day. It was an excellent match. I called it. So stop that. Stop it, you sons of bees. Sorry to use harsh letters, Nathan.
Harsh letters?
Sons of bees.
Oh, I thought you meant like HARS and another H.
Before we get into this tag match,
What's
Jim Powell says, Enzo and 205 Live. You know what I hate about this? Like, I don't hate him going to 205 Live. I hate the way it feels. It feels like a demotion. Mm-hmm. I mean, it did for Neville, too. So
I wonder how big he'd look up against these guys because he is like 6'2", right? He's not a tiny dude,
right.
And is he under 205? Or is he one of those dudes that's like 207? All right, come on, I gotta go check with Cedric and find out how to cut some weight right quick.
Right.
Cedric's got to go. Cedric goes from like 232 to okay, I'm in 205. God damn, I'm hungry.
He would crush there. Like, I mean,
Absolutely.
As far as mic work, as far as bringing people to watch it.
But then you talk about what do you want 205 to be?
Right.
It started as the Cruiserweight Classic with focus on the action, and the more personality you introduce,
The less it becomes about the action. It's already.
it can be, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where it is right now. They're treating it as you're watching. Not Saturday night's main event. You're watching Sunday Night Heat. You're watching Shotgun Saturday Night. You're watching Superstars. You're watching the other ones. Main event. That's it. Damn it! I knew there was one in there.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what. Yeah.
Yeah. Shotgun Saturday Night.
So the tag match.
S.A. Rios versus Who Gives a Shit.
So the tag match is the Hardys versus Sheamus and Cesaro. They deliver a great match again. I really enjoyed it.
I felt bad that we weren't chatty all through this match. Because usually whenever there's a Hardy match, it's like, hey.
I'm Jeff.
Well, first of all, yes. I'm Jeff.
I'm Jeff.
That's who I am.
I'm Jeff.
tired of here. Stop pointing in your face. So it's like licking his fingers. Stop
I'm
it.
Jeff.
Stop it. We get it.
You're Jeff.
He's so Jeff. I mean, Jeff's great.
He's great and stuff.
But he's so Jeff.
He's so.
I don't know how to describe it. I don't hate that.
No, I mean this is the best Jeff has ever been.
He's as Jeff as a Jeff can get. That is a Jeff sumbitch right there.
He sure is.
Okay.
The problem
is, we usually chat during it, and every time Matt Hardy gets hit with anything.
Yeah, it's broken now.
Think that broken?
Now I hopped into this match with 11 minutes left, 12 minutes left. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's when I jumped in.
Oh, so you missed that first fall.
Yeah.
Did you go back and see it later?
Yeah.
It's like ding, 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 broke kick done. Oh,
Beautiful. I dig it.
wow, that set a good pace like right away. You know, it didn't have to be methodical for 20 minutes before getting a fall.
No.
It cut that cord. That's not it. It burnt that cake. I don't know analogies. It set that thing in motion. It flattened the blimp is what it did.
Okay. Got any more?
I don't know. Look, Corey Graves is back in Joe's Diner.
Hey, Samoa Joe. Hey, Corey Graves. How you doing?
Looks mean.
Again, it was a fine match. It's just I'm so done with that feud.
I know, but I'm thinking this was the end of it.
I think so.
And
especially after what happened on Raw.
If that was the end of it, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
Well, you had the shit bad guys at the very end running out the clock.
Literally. Cesaro jumping out of the ring and running around, and
Beautiful.
Jeff chasing him. Get back here! I'm Jeff!
I'm Jeff!
God damn it!
Don't you know I'm Jeff?
Jeff!
And he hits the twist of fate with like 3 seconds left. Pins with 2 seconds left. 1, 2.
Ding, 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 ding. But I mean, this is something. This is one of those little pet peeves as far as announcing that's going to drive me absolutely insane. You had one announcer go, well, I mean, if it's a tie, it goes to the champions, and that's it. So they got to get up, or they're going to lose. And then immediately, well, I thought it was sudden death. If can you just understand the rules? I mean, even if you go in, you have your plan of how it's going to run.
Uh-huh.
It's booked out where all the moments are going to be. As far as that's, please, just announcers, have a firm grasp of what the rules are going to be.
No need to confuse the audience.
Or confuse each other.
Confuse each other, too. Yeah.
Booker's just, what?
What?
I had a court once. All right. Word,
right.
dude.
So can we move away from this match? Again, like, it was good, man. Like, I feel like I'm crapping over it. It was a good match. I enjoyed the match.
I think it was a great pace for a 30-minute match.
Yeah.
You didn't get bored. There
No,
wasn't
not
big
in the least.
lulls.
Other than the fact that I don't want to see them wrestle anymore.
And
that
then
bums me out.
Towards the end there, Matt gets thrown down into the second rope, and boom, there's a European uppercut from the outside waiting for him. Ooh, he bled a lot.
A lot.
To which I was like, come on, Justin, ask me. Ask me if I think he's broken.
Is he broken now?
Nope. He's busted open, Hardy.
Busted open.
Busted open, Matt.
He's stitched. He's a little stitched up.
This.
He's a little bruised.
Mm-hmm.
A little broken.
No.
Little.
No. Okay, we watched the Hardy's promo from the night. First of all, I'm Jeff.
Jeff.
Maybe we should. Obsolete. Jeff.
He got it out. I'm Jeff.
He got it. He got most of it.
Getting another one of these.
Obsolete.
Here, let me see the shot so I can I can play with it.
You want to be weird? Go be weird. Stupid. Now I'm just going to sit here in silence and not stare at the camera. All right, he's back. So they get the promo tonight. Jeff's mentioning obsolescence.
Mm-hmm.
And, so all you wanted it. You don't even want to drink it. You just want to play with your space can. And you get Matt, who is... We're a little busted open. We're a little battered. Oh, we're a little stitched. We're a little bruised. And we're a little broken. Okay, we get it. Now, part of me says, oh, come on, don't cheese it up. And then I was like, what the hell am I talking about? That's all this is.
Yeah.
Do it, man.
That's exactly
broken. Yeah, we get it. It's happening. We're all very excited.
So...
Thank you, Broken Matt Hardy and Jeff.
Jeff.
We know. Don't lick him.
Jeff.
Yes, we know. We heard. Your name was in big lights, like right behind your head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you may have missed him.
Jeff.
Put your gun down. You're going to hurt somebody.
Jeff.
You don't want to slam dance on him for no reason?
Jeff.
Jeff. God damn it. You know how much we love him now? Just because we're assholes. We like you because we're awful people. Thanks.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Jeff.
So here's a match I was excited for just on paper because they didn't do a lot of build for it. Mm-hmm. But I have to give credit where credit's due.
Which match? What are we talking about?
This is the Raw Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss.
Oh.
Raw has done a great job of elevating the women's division, finally. Simply.
They rehabbed the women's division in a match.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks. Suddenly, like, there's some order to it. There's depth to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple stories there.
So who's your monster? Do you got a monster in the division?
Nia Jax.
Hot damn, you do.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have a underdog babyface somewhere down there who's plucky but feels a little downtrodden?
Right where she should be?
Right.
Bailey.
Oh, my gosh. Do you have some... do you have a shitty kind of chicken shit heel who doesn't really want to get involved but still is fairly capable and belongs somewhere in the middle?
Steve.
It's Emma. God damn it. It's Emma.
Sorry. I thought her name was Steve. It's the glasses, they confused me.
Do you have someone that's her own protege?
Yeah.
I've developed a love for Dana Brooke.
She's still lost in the mix.
She is,
but she's clearly bottom of the division.
Yeah, she fills that role. She's she's hoping Mickie James needs a couple weeks off so she could do some stuff.
Yeah.
I love Dana Brooke because she looks kind of dumb, and she's not.
No.
I don't know, but I love it. It makes me happy. So yes, there's depth in the women's division, And at the top, you're getting, and you pointed this out about Sasha. No matter how damaged you think her character is, no matter how far down you think she is, no matter how forgotten you think she is, she's one shoving away from being right in the mix. She's become the women's Cena. It's crazy. Like, all of a sudden, it's, okay. One complaint.
Okay.
And it's not even about her. It's boss time. Shut the Come on, man. Don't. And Sasha gets a good match out of everybody.
Yeah. And I mean, you match her with Alexa Bliss, who, by the way, Sasha on Raw Talk, running her down.
Sasha on Raw Talk was... I got a feeling she might have gotten a little talking to after that.
Maybe.
She's... did you say heel? Don't say that.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of... it felt real, which was interesting and made me care, but at the same time, it's like, where's that curtain?
Yeah.
Ease up. Hold on, lady. Hey. Ease up. But this felt real. And I had said that earlier in the chat thing. It's like, oh, man, I like Sasha, but I felt like her mic work has been just kind of regressing, if anything.
A little bit.
It's like she gets a little excited, and it's like, what were those bullet points? And you can feel her trying to think it through. And it's like, no, man, it's got to feel natural.
It's got to be real.
Yeah, it's got to be real. If you don't believe it, how the hell else is anybody else supposed to believe it? But the Raw Talk was felt almost too real.
It felt a little
like,
too real.
oh, you really don't like her.
You haven't been a fan your whole life. You just kind of walked into this, and you're getting handed everything. The real reason I don't like it is that it's very clear to me, having watched Alexa Bliss from Sparkle, whatever her catchphrase was, the little cheerleader thing.
Oh, she did the Sparkle Splash or the Twisted Bliss.
Yeah, watching her from there, she has absolutely grown leaps and bounds.
Yeah, she knows how to. She can wrestle. More importantly, she can perform. And she's apparently double jointed.
Yeah,
she did it again, dude.
She did it again. So,
and she holds it, and the arm is limp, and it's folded backwards, and she's like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna pop it in and punch you in the goddamn mush.
I liked on when she did it on SmackDown, they just kind of went, oh my god,
yeah,
wow. But on Great Balls of Fire, they're like, oh, did she do that herself? I was like, can't we just let it happen? Let it.
I think she was faking. Just give me a little face commentator outrage.
Yeah.
Or shitty Corey Graves going, oh, brilliant. Oh, though he did. I think he fell in love with her, like, right then. Oh, brilliant. It's like, oh, Corey Graves sounded impressed, and it made me more impressed than Alexa.
I think there's a problem there at the commentary desk, too. I think Corey and Booker just don't work together. Like, Corey is excellent as a awful heel commentator, like just being terrible. But Book doesn't give him room to do that. Yeah, Book
is
good. I like Book. Like, I used to hate Book. Book is good. He just doesn't work with Graves.
Yeah, because he walks a mid ground.
Yeah,
and it's like Corey needs somebody to be kind of outraged and put off by his antics.
You're an idiot.
What are you talking
Saxton.
about? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can we just take a minute to reflect on how brilliant Mr. Saxton is? He's just smiley and awful. Did you see any clips of that the ride along? Had Nia Jax and I forget who was in the front seat. It might have been Graves and Phillips. I don't know.
No.
But Nia is like, hold on, and like calls up Brian Saxton. Sounds like Saxton's got a thing for her.
Nice. So do you.
But apparently it's something like he like is like talking to her as though she's been invited to like a family dinner or something weird, and then something about her feet, and then she just gets embarrassed and like, oh my god, and like hangs up on him. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but the fact that I saw her blushing and like really like almost like, oh, you know, I don't know how to describe it other than that. And the fact that Saxton, I think, is in complete control of it, knows exactly what he's doing. I'm gonna make you feel weirdly uncomfortable, but also loved. Good for him.
You and Saxton got the same fight.
Saxton is a good man. And you know what? I'm fine with this. Well done, Mr. Saxton. Well done.
So Sasha and Alexa have a really good match.
I got into. Somehow I turned that into Nia Jax's love life.
Yes. But Alexa and
What
Sasha
guy? Who knew?
have a solid match.
Yes.
I thought there was this match on paper had the ability to possibly steal the show. Mm-hmm. They didn't, but they were really great for where they were.
They had some good moments.
Yeah.
Sasha had that the bank statement locked in and did the little kickoff of the rope, and Alexa was still able to get to the rope, and Sasha's holding it for the full 5 count.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah.
Oh, for lack of a better word, you want to be a bitchy? Let me show you some. Here we go. Mm-hmm. And then of course you've got to mention what I didn't like was Alexa pulls the escape and count out, and we literally just saw that with the Usos.
Yeah.
The fact that we get the same type of ending, like, granted, one's SmackDown, one's Raw, and if you're really, truly treating them independently, then they're independent of one another, but I just saw that finish. Mm-hmm. But Sasha and Wayne weren't done.
Nah. Well, and that also means we're getting more from them, which means more story. So, like, you had the short little build, the 2 weeks going in.
Yeah.
And now Sasha continues it after the match, running her down.
Dude.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then leaping from the commentary desk.
What the hell,
double
man?
knees.
What the hell was that? And, like, throwing her first and then jumping down. It's like, that is way more than I expect. Mm-hmm. You've over-delivered.
Yeah.
Well done. And you care about what happens on Raw.
Yep.
Yay.
Again, I don't know, man. It doesn't take much to get me back in. Mm-hmm. It really just better execution.
It isn't even major overhauls. It's just a tweak.
Just little
tweak. Give me a taste, and let me love it, and make me wait for it.
Yeah. Now, speaking of waiting for something, up next, the Intercontinental Championship match, The Miz versus Ambrose. And I know I'm not the only one, and I hate being this guy. I really, really, really hate being this guy. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to see any more of them.
So Miz won.
Miz won. But there's going to be more between them.
Okay.
Because he won in a shitty fashion, which he's a bad guy.
And he's got the Miztourage. The Miztourage has to earn their keep.
He's got his wife.
First of all, I'm going to ignore Ambrose and Miz and just say, what a wonderful little coming out party for Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel, who knew he was that handsome?
Yeah. I love suited up Curtis Axel.
It's like early 80s suit too. Mm-hmm. He's like that shit looks tight.
Yeah.
Not like tight, but like physically. Like I think his movement's restricted. I'm going to roll up the sleeve. Oh, my hands have gone numb. Ow. But it looks great. And then there's Bo, who's like the cleanest biker I've ever seen. Manicured and a biker.
Like a rock star. Like a fake rock star.
And then from tonight, just to get the Mizzy Awards or whatever from tonight's Raw, the Miz basically hand-holding Bo through manipulating the crowd. It's hard to describe how subtle it was.
It was one of these.
Hey, give it a minute. While the crowd's chanting, "You deserve it," and it's just weirdly ironic, and weirdly ironically meta.
It's a taught moment. It's a teachable moment.
Oh yeah, and that's the kind of thing that's like those little subtle touches that is going to make Bo fun.
Yeah.
He's always been fun. He's always been entertaining. But that weird little manipulation is going to take him from, hey, he's in the bottom. Let's let him open. Let him have the fun match to, hey, this is a serious dude who can get a real reaction and make happen what we need to have happen.
And things like that are what, like, it's knowing when to slow down, knowing when to stop, knowing when to let the fans react. Mm-hmm. That's number one, how you know they're paying attention to you.
Yeah.
That's why you have to stop, why you have to acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
But number two, it's what's going to make us pay attention even more.
Right.
Is that you notice it, and then it's how do you play with it? That's the next step. How do you play with what they're giving you? That'll be his next step.
I think Bo's going to take all of these lessons, man, and he's going to be he's going to be something special soon. These are my hopes. These are my dreams.
I love the Miztourage.
I do.
I think it's. I love all the players involved.
Uh-huh.
I think it's great timing for it. I think it's again like we picked the right people. I think they play really well off each other. I think Miz is doing a great job leading.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can stand to learn something. And these were great talents that were just kind of like there.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see a nice little light shine on them.
And you know what? Seeing them in the Social Outcasts,
Mm-hmm.
they were fun and they were
close.
good. But you know, I could see them playing around in the tag team division a little bit.
Yeah. Especially with it kind of being a little open right now.
And with the it's a heel heavy division right now though.
Yeah, that's true.
But whatever, man. Let's have some heels buck up against each other. I'm fine with this.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, exactly. God damn it, we got to do a show. Come on.
We got to do a 3-hour show.
3-hour show. Okay. But yeah, Mr. Raj was the. I just want to say one thing, and we try not to be hateful. Dean selling the almost getting the dirty deeds on. The hands up. Oh,
yeah.
Oh man, come on. It's just a little too much.
Yeah.
And this is important to point out. I'm sorry, I'm all babbly.
No, I'm just checking the time.
I know, I've been babbly.
Don't worry about it.
The Shield.
Oh, yeah.
Not Miz. Dean is the sane one.
Yeah.
As much as he's been characterized as the lunatic fringe, the other two have both attempted murder. Just saying. I mean, Dean had a chainsaw there for a minute, but did he hit anybody with a chainsaw?
No.
Nah. So Rollins was going to break a neck. He was going to kill Edge. For Christ's sake. Did Dean ever vehicularly assault anybody?
Not yet.
How's Roman doing?
We'll get there.
It's the next match.
Oh, good. Beautiful.
Look at that.
Well done.
No, it was accidental completely.
So Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns.
That great balls of fire.
An ambulance match.
Nah, it's an ambulance match. Who's going to give a shit about this, Justin?
No,
this is obviously garbage.
The match itself was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't love or hate the match. It was fine. It was what it was.
This might be how we have to watch Raw. You don't watch for the match. You watch for the moments.
Well, yeah. And, I mean, and boy, did they deliver.
There's a shit ton of moments.
It was finally, again, what Raw is supposed to be. Finally, an effing spectacle.
It was.
Now, and boy, was it something Roman desperately needed.
Uh-huh.
So the end of the match finally comes as they're playing around over by the ambulance. And I was like, oh, man,
You got to mention one more before that.
Sure.
Roman gets a chair.
Oh, yeah.
Swings it at Braun. Braun just looks and like,
yes.
Fucking what?
Takes two of them, right?
Takes another one. Hit me again, you son of a bitch.
Beautiful.
Oh, my God. Oh, PG era. What has happened? Oh, no. What go wrong?
I love it.
Goes to throw another shot. And Roman looks shook.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
All right.
I love it.
And it goes for a third shot, and Braun just grabs it and says, "Give me that, my toy now." And then they fight up towards, and then they get they get the throw through the LED things. I kind of didn't like the look of it, though. I did like how it exploded.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I liked afterwards, like
they kept the blinking. You know that's all programmed.
Yeah.
But it's like, look at y'all paying attention to subtle touches.
It's a little detail.
Of course, it's going to be a static, snowy thing on an LED board. Because that's what it is. It's like when they first click that thing on in the morning, it's just snow until they run a program on it, of course. No! Okay, it's beside the point. But
I mean, that's
look at them.
That's reading too deep into it. Like
I know.
So it's like...
Cut your head off and enjoy.
So...
Not that kind of...
They fight back towards the ambulance.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm like, oh, no, Roman's going to spear him into the ambulance.
That's going to suck.
Oh, telegraphed. No.
I can't believe they're going to do that.
And sure enough, Roman's going for the spear. And oh my, Braun ducks out of the way and closes the door behind Roman. Roman spears nothing.
Roman flew through the air.
Flew through the air.
Like a goddamn human into the
damn ambulance.
Uh-huh.
And he gets close. He loses.
He lost. Clean-ish.
Okay,
as clean as the ambulance.
So this is the first thing No, I'll say the second thing, because the chair thing, like the look, being shook, that was the first thing that he needed. A little depth. But then he's been desperately needing, like, just a loss without something extra. Uh-oh. You're on the line with hashtag Wrestlepals, and we are tweaking out on energy drink.
Word.
Hashtag WrestlePal.
Oh, my.
Going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Alfredo Torres.
I don't know who this is. Who's this?
This is Alfredo Torres.
Yeah, I know.
Why would you not agree with
Sir, of course.
being Alfredo Torres? First of all, I missed you guys last week.
Well, there was no us last week.
I'm sorry.
Nathan,
No,
there's no us next week.
I'm
either.
going to assume he meant missed, like,
the
guys,
show?
I was looking forward to you, and you weren't there. Aw.
I'm glad
That's
you're.
exactly how it
Oh, yes!
I'm glad you're on the team, Fredo. I thought you were quitting the team.
No, I'm on the team. But I've been busy, so I haven't had a chance to listen to the show, and I tuned in just as as you guys were starting to talk about the spear.
Right. And I mean,
All right.
this is the greatest and best example of what we talked about 2 weeks ago on Raw. Like what it's been missing for me specifically, and what you were trying to sell us on is big spectacle type moments.
Right.
This was larger than the show. This was a big loss for Roman that he needed.
Huge.
And then the third thing that happened is he gets out and starts beating the living hell out of Braun Strowman.
Oh, what a sore loser.
Yeah.
Damn it, asshole.
Yeah. And you know what? You know what? When you got a guy like Strowman, who's a heel, everybody knows he's a heel. He's a monster. And
Among men.
you're a monster. Yes, exactly. Among men. And then Reigns is supposed to be the face in this match. And he loses. Legit. There's no question. He was outsmarted trying to be a tough guy. So you come out and you start to beat the heck out of him. If Reigns ends up anything other than a bigger heel than Strowman, then I might be done with wrestling.
Well,
And that's everything that happened after that, too.
yeah.
Roman
No.
beats him to no end, throws him in the ambulance, takes off. And poor innocent paramedic
Yeah.
thrown from his vehicle. Roman takes it, drives very recklessly through catering.
As a former EMT, okay, I take my oath seriously. I took my oath seriously. If somebody was to throw me out of the ambulance, when I have a patient in the back who's obviously hurt, I would feel the sense of dread that I would feel of not accomplishing my duty, which is to get this man to the
He said
hospital
duty.
quickly, so that we could possibly save his life. Which again, sore loser Reigns beats up Strowman after he lost.
He's losing his
Strowman was
mind.
like, and now he's going to drive away with him?
Yeah.
And
Come on.
those were some tight hallways, man.
How could it get any worse? You absconded the ambulance, and now you're going to drive away from him. You can't get any worse than that.
So then he pumps the brakes and stops and kind of looks in the rear view, which is a nice touch, by the way.
The little camera work trying to catch him in the rear view. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's a nice touch. He comes to a complete stop. He has to psych himself up. Throws the vehicle in reverse. I'm like, steps
Are
on
you
it.
telling me that he made it worse than just driving away?
Yes, steps on it, backs into a truck.
He doesn't back into it, man. He
He floored it into a
Well,
truck.
look at WWE buying shit ambulances and ruining them. I love it.
Yeah,
Can I tell you, as a guy who used to do production work also, and I'd set up these things, I saw that happen, and all I could think is, man, I'm glad I don't have to fucking work that show.
Oh no. Oh
I
man.
have no idea how they would have gotten that truck out of there. Oh, they were, and then they were on tonight in Houston. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, somebody had to work late to clean up that shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
yeah, and and then after that impact, you have Range. I wish they would have had an airbag in his face. Yeah, that would have just made me laugh. But he stumbles out with almost like what have I done? But also fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I gotta go. And can we give credit? Kurt Angle.
yeah,
Kurt Angle looking like, oh my god, what the why?
What are you doing,
What
man?
did you do? Shut your phones off. Get over here now. And hero of the evening, Jamie Noble. Happy to see Jamie Noble.
Brown.
I'm 2 feet and I'm 5'2". Give me that goddamn crowbar. I'm gonna save his life. I'm not Jeff. Goddammit. I'm Jamie Noble.
Brown, calm down in there. We're coming to get you.
I'm Jamie Noble. I'm coming to get you. Yes.
You know what? Heroes know no size.
Yeah. You know what? And that's a goddamn hero if I've ever seen one. I have not really seen many though.
I
But
will tell you this. So the firefighters come with the jaws of life.
well, we only know that because Corey Graves told us
I never would have guessed.
that they're hydraulic machines used to protect and save.
It's used to open up doors when the jam shut.
We would have never known that, though. Corey Graves told us.
Thankfully,
Oh, come on, I just told you I was an EMT. Yeah, I know. I've seen them used in real life.
yes, but nobody's ever mentioned these before.
Yeah.
We didn't know
I had
until
no
Corey
idea what they
Graves.
Oh, you guys didn't know.
Yeah, thank God. Corey Graves, amazing.
Knew.
So, the only way this could have been better to me is if Braun would have kicked that door open. Or either if the door would have opened and he was standing right there.
Nah, man, I love the way they did it, dude.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, no, they did it right. They did it right because he obviously had to have been hurt.
yeah,
But the fact that he still crawled out of there on his own and walked away.
refusing to help.
That's about as realistic a monster as you could be.
And
Leave me alone.
a sympathetic
Right.
monster.
Right.
What did he say, Justin?
But he wouldn't.
He's, leave me alone.
All right, I guess we better go to break. Goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, but it was. I mean, they made it where he looked
Awful.
as a beast,
Yeah,
but realistically,
Yeah.
yeah.
you know, because the fact that when the ambulance crashed into that truck, nobody should have survived.
No,
That would have hurt.
a lot.
You know, people, and okay, so he survives, and all right, he survives.
Mhm.
Put him on the stretcher. Let's get him out of there. No, he crawled out.
Literally.
He left a
Literally.
good bloody handprint stain.
And he looks like he was in an accident, but he's still pushing people away. Leave me alone. And it's like, this is the guy who was supposed to be out for 6 months, who comes back after 6 weeks. This is the guy who's unstoppable. And again, I would have marked out if I seen that door fly open. He's just standing there. But this made it real
Yeah. Well,
for a guy like him.
it blurred the lines, which again is all I ask. Blur the lines a little bit. And number two, Braun doing that. We were talking off air. I think like that is what officially signifies that we're looking at a double turn. Because now you've got babyface sympathy for
A
the
sympathetic monster and this a-hole who's gone too far. And he, just like his former Shield brethren Seth Rollins, are potential murderers. Dean Ambrose is the only sane one of the bunch.
the lunatic fringe. Sane. Completely sane.
Yeah. You know, his name is Lunatic Fringe.
Yes, but he's the only Shield member that has not tried to commit murder.
Yep.
He had a chainsaw, but he didn't hit anybody with a goddamn chainsaw.
Nope.
Seth Rollins was going to kill Edge. And Roman is a bad driver.
Hey, Nathan.
Samoans are bad drivers, apparently. Who knew?
Yeah,
Rikishi, Roman Reigns.
No, go for it.
I'm going for it. Ready?
Go for it.
Wait, no, Jimmy Snuka is from Tonga.
There you go.
So, I think it still applies, though.
I did it for The Rock. Hey,
No, Snuka did it for
It's something else.
It's
The
probably-
Rock too.
That's probably
It's a very different kind of Rock.
Who did it for Barack?
The Rock.
yeah, the kind you.
A very different kind of Rock.
Don't make this political. Come on.
So
But yeah, and I know you guys haven't seen Raw today, or you might not have seen it, but so they have spoilers, okay, but so they have Brock and so he's sitting there. They were talking about Strowman, but he's out. So they bring out Kurt Angle brings out Brock Lesnar, and there's who's next, blah blah blah, and Reigns comes out, and it's like, oh, for the love of God!
What a jerk!
Right, and then Samoa Joe comes out.
Oh, what kind of reaction did he get? Fans loving him?
The fans loved them, and then Reigns is trying to challenge Brock,
Right.
and Brock is pretty much just dismissing him.
Good.
I mean, just like you. I think they bleeped it out. It's like you ain't getting shit. You know?
Brock don't care. I love it.
Yeah, Brock's like, no. You know, what makes you think you've earned anything?
Didn't you just
And then
lose?
Samoa Joe comes out,
Murderer?
and no, it's not Samoa Joe. He's not a murderer. And he comes out, and
he's gonna kill you though.
And Paul Heyman's like, you will never get another match. You're done.
Oh.
So, Joe and Reigns are about to go at it. So now they at SummerSlam, I believe is the way it's going to go, are going to fight for the number one contendership to Brock.
I think they're doing that next week on TV.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about how they it's like, hey, look at that. They've
Something
built a
to watch for
storyline.
next
They've given us a tease to wait till next week. We got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
That's going to build
Okay,
into SummerSlam.
but- Yeah, I didn't exactly hear that part. But I think, so that makes more sense. They'll do that next week, and then SummerSlam's going to be whoever wins.
Right.
Which I hope it's Joe.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I really do. I want Strowman to come back and break break Reigns' neck.
Oh, jeez.
Good Lord. Well, there was a rumor floating around after the show last night that one of the directions they may be considering is a 4-way at SummerSlam, with Brock, Joe, Reigns, and Strowman, and using this as a way to be able to get the title off of Brock, so he can go, I don't know, hibernate, do whatever giant bears do, and then come back as a face to take it off of probably Reigns. So you get a face Brock coming back as the conquering hero versus big bag of dicks Roman Reigns.
I can't. I honestly can't. I don't know why they continue to try to push this guy.
Well, if he's heelish, man, all of a sudden I got new life. I got new interest in this character.
Yeah.
A few months back I couldn't have given a shit about the Usos, but
I've got better interest in Miz as a heel
well, of course.
than I do in Reigns. I just don't care about Reigns. Period. I don't get a bad reaction with him. I get he's become what the women's match used to be.
You're checking out.
That's weird.
No, not check him out.
No, checking out.
I thought you said check him out.
Popcorn.
Like,
Take a
no.
piss. Don't pee in the popcorn. Stop looking at the men folk. What are you doing?
Right. I'm going to go get something. The only reason I watch any segment with him is because whoever he's doing business with
Yeah.
is interesting.
Yes.
So I have to watch him.
So you're saying you get to cheer for who's going up against Reigns, and
No.
you'd like to see them give him some sort of
You're
comeuppance.
trying to make it. You're trying to justify Reigns.
I'm justifying Reigns.
Because he keeps
No.
he keeps
I
putting
don't-
on great matches.
Does. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
So what?
Okay.
Again, this is what Fredo was teaching us about how to watch Raw.
Yeah.
Spectacle, moments, larger than life.
He gave me spectacle last night.
He did.
Finally.
Oh, he was great last night.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him today.
Yeah, it was talky, wasn't it?
Writing today. You know, he almost killed the man. And he's coming down to the middle of the ring like, yeah, big motherfucker, you should have been arrested.
I know. Did they even acknowledge it at all? As if to say, hey, man, what are you doing here?
They might have at the beginning. I didn't see the beginning of Raw.
All right.
But, you know, you should have been arrested. You don't walk down and start demanding shit. You almost killed the man.
And you lost the match, for the record.
And you lost the match, which should have been the big deal. The big deal should have been, what should have been addressed is the fact that he was a coward.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than be a man and admit that you got beat because of your own stupidity, because Strowman didn't, all he did was sidestep you.
And close the door.
That's what he did. Huh?
And close the door. I love that they didn't
Yeah, what I'm saying is, you know, he didn't get beat up and thrown in.
Right.
He was sidestepped. Roman sidestepped, and he dove in.
Like a dope.
It's your own stupidity.
Big dumb bullet just flying through the air.
Right, exactly. And so so Strowman at that point is like, all right, all I got to do is close the door.
All right, fuck it, I win.
Right. Exactly.
Easy night.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Easy-ish night.
Right. And so,
Get away from me.
Your own stupidity causes you to lose the match,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're going to be a bad sport about it and beat him up and then hijack the ambulance, and then you're going to try to kill the man.
Murder.
And nobody acknowledges the fact that you tried to kill him. You weren't trying to hurt him.
That sounds like dropping the ball on Raw's part.
A little bit.
He should not have been around today. He should have been missing. That's the way to play that up.
He's on the lam. He's in Mexico under a mask. El Roman.
El hijo de Roma.
He's pretty young. I don't know. He's talking like a 16-year-old kid wandering around.
Hey, man.
Huh.
Hey. El hijo de Roman.
It's a Superboy punch.
Hey, now
Roma.
listen. We're forgetting something very important here. This segment was excellent, okay? Like, I loved the ambulance, you know, how it ended. And I'm looking forward to getting to the main event.
Mm-hmm.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we're forgetting something super important.
I believe you're talking about the co-main.
The co-main of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Heath Slater versus Kurt Hawkins.
A match for the ages.
A match for the ages. Like, it came out of nowhere.
They didn't even show the ending.
That made me sad, man.
Yeah.
You just hear ding, 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 and they announce some shit.
You hear the announcer that fucking
Heath Slater wins.
Strowman's crawling through the floor.
And
No way.
You'd figure this is supposed to be something they throw to instead of showing the carnage in the back, but they full on just went, nah, man, we're going to wreck an ambulance, we're going to show it.
Mm-hmm.
And what my favorite thing about this is, especially Kurt Hawkins taking to Twitter afterwards.
People were asking him how the match ended.
First of all, congratulations on your co-main event here
good
at
job, guys.
the inaugural Great Balls of Fire. And then somebody asked him like how the match ended, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Heath won with a top rope Canadian destroyer." It was amazing. I'm very excited to have been on the co-main for the inaugural Great Balls of Fire.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Masterclass.
He wins with a triple in off the top rope.
That's right.
Beautiful.
You guys should have seen it.
I wish I could have.
I wish.
So up next is the
match was catch as catch can.
Yes.
It was a wrestling classic.
That lasted 2 minutes.
This is 2 minutes, man.
Beautiful.
Great.
So up next, speaking of short matches,
He got tied up in the 301.
for a minute and 30 seconds.
It was a pure sixer.
So up next is the main event match, the Universal Championship. Samoa Joe challenging Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe
Lesnar.
Joe has been built into this credible threat. He's been protected really well since his main roster debut, and I was sold on this match since Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
They raised Joe's arm, and I'm like, I get to see Brock versus Joe.
That's right.
I'm in.
Oh,
I'm feeling verklempt.
you know what my favorite thing? Joe's big fat head.
Big fat
Oh,
head.
I love. Oh, you want big fat heads?
Big
I can
fat
do
head
big
day.
fat heads. Oh, big fat heads! Look at us. Oh, we got Samoa Joe big fat heads. What are you? Just
I
Mount
bet you
Jerk
would say
more.
that
Look at us.
Phillies-
All right, that's enough of the big fat head.
Big fat head day.
Big fat head day. Samoa Joe's big thick head
You
makes
talking
me.
about fat head, like a picture that like the thing you put on your wall, fat head. Or you just think that he has a large
He's got a
cranium?
big
He's
fat
got
head.
a big head.
Yeah,
It's
man.
great.
He's got that neck roll.
Something about him. Because he looks kind of like a squat, like little dude, but he's also a freaking giant monster.
Yeah, dude.
Because it was weird. We saw him at the that one NXT house show thing when
Right.
he came through there.
Yeah.
He didn't look like a giant dude,
No.
but he's a giant dude.
Giant effing dude.
He's like the biggest small guy I've ever seen.
Oh.
It's great.
Now, this was a 7-minute match.
It was a full ass 7 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, though. Like,
Yes.
I want to be disappointed at the length. But at the same time, in that 7 minutes, I got everything I wanted.
And even before the start, Brock turns his back to him for his entrance and pays for it immediately.
Immediately. Goes through the table.
Oh, hi! Here's an opportunity.
Pearl Harbor.
Which you know what? That's Brock's own stupid fault.
Exactly.
You should know
That
that.
weird confidence. He turned his
And
back.
by the way, Justin,
Uh-huh.
you're not the first person I've ever heard say I wanted to be disappointed in the length, but
Hey,
I got every bit of it.
Hey-o.
Hey.
I had to go for the stupid. I had to go. For the
So, a great Pearl Harbor by Samoa Joe.
Fantastic.
right.
And they finally get Brock back. It looked for a second like, oh, no, they're going to cancel the match. Oof.
And it was like right up on 11 at that point too, man. So it's like, oh, come on, man.
That's not how I want this
Are we
to
going?
end.
I mean, part of me was like, oh, if they do that, then it carries over to SummerSlam, or they throw it away on a Raw, which it'd be a great Raw. But damn it, Joe deserves
Yeah.
a showcase.
Yeah.
Nope, we're gonna do this. And Brock finally, once he regains his composure a little bit, sells for a good long time,
Yeah.
and then he's like, all right,
Let's
fuck it.
go.
Cool. Here's some fighting. I like fighting.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I mentioned this. I mean, it doesn't happen often, you know, like, no, it happens almost every Brock match.
Yep.
Is this a shoot? Like, I don't know how much they plan. Maybe Goldberg, because Goldberg old, he old. But, like, Ambrose, where he's just, like, whooping at Ambrose's ass, basically. That felt like a shoot. Cena with all the suplexes. This felt like, well, because Joe was giving it back.
Right.
And I don't think Brock expected it.
Because the reports are coming. Reports are coming in.
The reports.
Yeah, man. The interviews are saying that Brock is so happy.
Yeah.
Brock was like, "That was fun."
He, for once,
Huh?
coming out of the match, like he's up on the ramp. He gets to the top of the ramp, like covered in sweat. First of all, I don't think and red in the face. Like
He worked, man.
He worked for 7 minutes, but he effing worked, and that's Joe.
And it was freaking glorious.
It was a main event.
Well, you know what's
It's-
good about it too?
Hmm?
Is
What?
that it was 7 minutes, but it was a back and forth
Yeah.
7 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where at any point you honestly felt that Brock was going to lose the title.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple times when it was just like, it's over, it's done. I mean, he took Joe to Suplex City 6 times.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, Joe going up in the suplex looked good too. Yeah. Like Brock's putting a lot in, and Joe's giving him as much as he can.
Right. And you know, I mean, he did it 6 times.
Yep.
And nothing. And he still kicks out of it.
Mm.
And he put that clutch on him, what, 3 times, 4 times?
Something like that. And it was also on the weird side control clutch, so it wasn't like fully in. Oh, I love that storytelling of he just can't get those legs wrapped.
Yeah,
and
or his massive neck won't let him connect. You know,
and
won't let him tie get his arm on his hand on his forearm.
And we were talking about Joe, and I think I found, I think I locked on something that I really like about him as kind of a monster. He never really looks shook. He never looks off of his game. But the more you beat on him, it's like the slower he gets. So you can slow him down. You may be able to even beat him, but you're not going to shake him. You're not going to take him off his game. He's just going to get progressively slower. But then at a moment's notice, he'll turn that shit back on, and all of a sudden you're going for a ride.
Yeah.
What I liked about the whole setup is that you honestly believed Joe didn't sweat Lesnar.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the whole thing. There was no bravado, you know, like everybody. Oh, I'm gonna beat you. I'm not scared of you. And it was matter of fact.
Calm, cool, collected.
It's like, what'd you have for breakfast? I had eggs. Are you scared of Brock Lesnar? No. What's today? Monday. I mean, it was.
You know what that means?
You know, it was just like he was. Yeah, I'm not scared of him. He's nothing to me.
It was beautiful.
And it cements it even more today when Paul Heyman lost his shit and he's going like, "You'll never get another match again. You're never," because it cements that. Yeah, that's the most credible threat that Lesnar's had.
This is the only man that Brock Lesnar fears he might lose to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Beautiful.
You know what else is great about this situation right now? Something that Joe should be saddled with right now that he totally isn't, and it makes me very happy. He doesn't have any of that authority stink on him.
Yeah.
They brought him in as like the assassin.
Yeah.
And he was all upset because Stephanie got hurt. It's like all of that stuff is just sloughed off. It's gone.
Totally.
And it's just Joe.
It's just Joe.
Makes me happy.
And to further your point, I give a shit about the Universal Championship.
Yeah.
It's a main event program. It feels huge.
Look at Raw. Look at the Raw rehab.
Finally.
And
and what's great now is that, forgetting Roman, is that if he gets past Joe completely, who's he got? Braun Strowman.
Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you've got credible threats, which is why with Joe, which he's still in the middle of that program, and then with Strowman on the wings, you got credible threats that can carry you throughout the rest of the year. Which is why I don't want to see fucking Reigns get that belt. I don't, man.
Yes, but if he did,
you're gonna hate it.
You're gonna be so mad, man. You're gonna be waiting for Strowman to give him.
I'm not gonna care about the belt.
He's gonna care.
He's gonna care.
He's gonna care.
No, I'm not.
You don't care, Jack. So
I am not gonna.
But
I'm not gonna care about it.
I'm actually really glad you called on it because I wanted to thank you for kind of helping me reset my brain on how to enjoy Raw. And I actually have enjoyed Raw, and it was perfect timing to come into this pay-per-view and beyond. So you've brought some joy back into my Monday night program. Well, I mean, I'm here on Monday night. But
what about you, Justin? Were you able to see it in a different light?
I always have. It's just I've been waiting for that thing. You know what I mean?
He loves the spectacle. He's just been waiting to see the spectacle.
The spectacle. Give me the spectacle, and I'm back in. And you gave me what I wanted, and
just throwing shit
over the last couple weeks, the thing that brought me back to Raw being watchable was the women's division, the way they kind of reset it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I've got something I can latch onto, a reason for me to watch, and then that got my hooks back in me, and then now they gave me spectacle. They gave me a reason to watch Raw this week, and a reason to watch Raw next week.
Very good.
So,
right.
I mean, that's all I need, right?
Real quick. Because I know you guys talked about it at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the squash between Kaz and Enzo?
Okay. My thoughts on this were I was scared of what's going to happen to Enzo. It makes Cass look huge. Enzo with the money promo, I think he's going to be safe. It's just where is he going to land up?
Well, they got today. You get again spoilers. Cass comes out, and they're showing pictures of the match, and he's giving a play-by-play, and about how he crushes him, and he puts himself out. He's gonna be the next Universal Champion.
Oh, he started that on Raw Talk. I'm glad to see that staying up.
He's the biggest man in the business. He's a legit 7-footer. There's nobody who's gonna fucking top him. He's the man. And then, it's the Big Show. And the Big Show plays it great. Gets into the fucking ring. Just stares at him. No mic, no nothing. And then Kaz kind of gets into his face, like, what you gonna do? Kind of like almost bringing out that New Yorker. What? And he gets right up next to him. And Big Show headbutts him.
Nice.
And then proceeds to whip his ass.
Saw that brawl, man. He had a little bit of a gator roll in there, too.
Yeah, he did.
Just like when we had that Strowman Big Show, a little actual, like, wrestling match.
Yeah, a couple months ago. Like
This looked like Big Show going like, I want to wrestle you. Come here. I roll on you around. I throw you down. I kick you. And he's throwing some kicks and punches. It's like, what the hell is this? Look at Big Show getting relevant.
So I think that's a great way to introduce Kaz as a legit 7-footer heel. Especially knowing that Big Show is willing to take the fall.
Yeah,
he's willing to do the honest at this point in his career.
Yeah,
which could set up Kaz for later in the year to possibly be in the title hunt.
Possibly.
Yeah. They're building that depth out, man. It's feeling raw, feeling good.
Yeah, they're on the way. Hey, Fredo?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're telling us that we need to go. We are right up against it.
Did you get the...
He can't hear the music, unfortunately, because he's on the phone.
He got the ending Nitro music. It makes me happy.
Are you guys gonna be on next week?
No, I'm out of town.
Yeah, he gone.
Right. Oh, really? So am I.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm on vacation. Actually, I'll be over with Bobby Fresh.
Oh,
hey.
You're going out to Cincinnati. Please send my love.
Yeah. Yes, I will. I'll be in Cincinnati half the time, and then I'll be in Cleveland.
I hear Cleveland rocks.
Dude. All little chicks with the crimson lips say Cleveland.
It's 2 a.m. It's okay, Fredo.
With them the Kremlin what?
The Kremlin?
Russian girls are cute.
Yes, because just like Donald Trump Jr., I have been talking to Russian lawyers.
Oh
my goodness.
Oh, now who's getting political? This is.
All right, guys. I will talk to you
2 weeks
soon. I love you guys both, and #WrestlePals.
Love you, sir. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, so just briefly.
Okay.
How do you feel now that we got that?
I feel good.
All right, I'm just going to blast through this list so we can wrap up.
Hit it.
Number 1 this week, Naomi.
Well deserved, holding down that top spot with a custom title. Look at this
Custom title. Look
at
her.
that weird stuff. And you know what? The custom doesn't bother me because if
it's neat, it fits the character,
and it's reversible if it goes off of her. It makes me happy.
And also, like just the way she beat Lana this week. Like,
oh yeah, it was quick too.
Yeah, I mean, see, Lana's set because she had the one good showing, so we know that she can wrestle still.
Right.
So like, she didn't need to win that feud. Mm-hmm. She can lose this feud and move on to something else, and it's not that big of a deal.
Well, she's moving down from the very top of the card.
Right.
It's a good place to be.
Absolutely. Up next, I've got Breezango.
Well, of course.
Because...
Tanae Young?
Who didn't love Tanae Young and Worker Dango?
They didn't call him
Worker
that.
Dango? That's just what I was calling him.
No, you call him Worker Dango, goddammit, because that's his name.
Dango.
Worker Dango.
Up next, I actually got to watch night 1 of the G1 Special in USA.
Ooh, very good.
Okada versus Cody. Got that match up there. Excellent match between them. I also, from that night, Omega versus Elgin.
God damn.
Outstanding.
Oh yeah,
Outstanding.
Elgin tried to put on the One Wing Angel. It's like everyone goes,
Yeah. Well, so did Cody.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The New Day versus the Usos rap battle. We didn't get to talk about this at all.
Rap battles should suck by nature.
I cringed. I was like, oh no.
Is that Wale? Why is Wale?
Is this about to be the worst thing SmackDown Live has done since the brand split?
Oh,
no.
Finally. Alexa's going to get out from under that This Is Your Life garbage.
Oh my God, it was good.
It was good. And it looks like the Usos may have gone a little off script by referencing not so PG Mr. Woods.
Here's what bugs me about this, because like just that line makes everybody go, "Oh, the Usos won!" Oh, that looks awesome. Nah, man. If you listen to it, the Usos scripted themselves very clearly because they'd say the line and then they'd wait for the reaction. The reaction would happen, and then coming back from the reaction, they'd
step the
line back, and then go to the next one. So
and they worked well together.
Win. It was excellent. They were great. But they didn't win, and they also didn't win.
They were disqualified.
They were disqualified, but they also didn't win legitimately either.
All right, whatever.
Just saying.
I thought they were great.
They were great, but the New Day was better. Bobby Roode versus Roderick Strong. Excellent match for the NXT Championship.
Making you care about Roddy.
Look at that. Again, it doesn't take much.
God, anybody that has a Rude up on their shoulders looks like a monster because Rude looks like he's just a tree.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Number 7. 7.
God damn it, Justin. Like, for real?
No.
Okay.
But maybe next week, starting next week. Maybe. Number 7's actually EC3 this week. Dude, I watched part of Slammiversary. I couldn't get through the whole thing.
Well,
I watched Slammiversary 50.
You don't need to do that, Justin. You don't need to hurt yourself.
Well, I want to get other kinds of wrestling in here instead of just WWE.
You can watch like dogs wrestle in the park or something. No, it's fine. So what caught you about EC3?
So he's feuding with James, or he was feuding with James Storm, and they went into they're having a strap match.
Okay.
EC3 just coming in and being like a garbage bad guy. Like, he was just being, like just these faces he's making, like not wanting to put the strap on, just walking away. Like, it's traditional heel wrestling 101.
Right.
But I like traditional heel wrestling 101.
You know why it's 101? Because it's the basics.
Yeah, it
works.
It makes me want to see him get his ass handed to him.
Get him with that strap.
And he did. And every time he's getting his butt whooped with the thing, I'm like, yeah, get him. And then, like, later on, he hits the finisher, and whatever. And the match was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was fine. It was a strap match. But good for you, EC3. I dig it. I dug it.
Well done.
Number 8 was Rusev.
Cena's back. Hey, I'm an asshole. Look at my flag.
I'm an asshole. I'm coming in on your coattails, and I'm going to sit on your coattails, man. Beautiful. Love it. Number 9, Carmella. She actually opened the show. She comes out with a strong... Well, no, I don't think she opened it. Johnny opened the show. But she comes out. She cuts a strong promo. And then D-Bry comes out and goes, by the way... $10,000 fine. By the way, you need to get out of the building. By the way, you're suspended. And by the way, if you do anything, then I'm taking Carmella's briefcase away from her. Carmella's immediate reaction is, come on, get out of here.
Beat it, dickhead.
This means a lot to me.
Right.
I mean, that's a small touch, but I love it. And
yeah, she cares, and that makes it important.
Number 10, Braun Strowman. On Raw last week. I didn't watch Raw last week. So like as I was putting the list together, I'm like looking at moments that happened on Raw. And I'm being honest, I didn't watch Raw. Braun wrestled Apollo last week.
I know the moment already.
And just this one moment was like, So Apollo's going for his little flippy gimmick.
I got some flippy shit for you.
You gonna flip, Jack? And he kicks him right out of the air, like from his back.
Like a goddamn mule, not a mule kick, but yeah,
Beautiful.
I know. Yeah, it was very good, and like changed his trajectory completely.
Yeah,
like a Braun kick could like save the planet from an asteroid. That's how strong it looked.
It was amazing.
Flippy shit turned a whole new direction. He wasn't deflected. He had his course changed. Okay, sorry.
All right. So with that, oh no, they're telling us we have to go.
I gotta back away from the mic and like yell really loud. Oh my god! Get away!
I lost my keys.
Oh, what the hell?
Wrong one.
That's right, it's the wrong one. You're never allowed to play that one, Justin. You don't do that one.
this one.
You got a key?
There's the one.
A key? You got the right one?
That's the one.
How many buttons you got over there? Damn, man. 40. All of them. Okay. Oh, hey, by the way, AJ Styles, new U.S. champion. House show, Madison Square Garden. Fantastic.
Beautiful.
That's great. You know, and you know what? Owens doesn't look bad as a result.
Hey, don't do it on a pay-per-view so we can see it.
Shut up. Not you. Not you, the person you were. Yeah.
I know.
How about you just enjoy the.
Let's just enjoy it.
Shut up, man. You know what? You go to a house show, you get something special. And you want those to be. Okay. We don't need to talk
We don't
about
need
that.
this.
We don't need to defend,
We know what we're talking
We don't
about.
need to defend good shit.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, we're hashtag Wrestlepals.
us.
Over to us, hashtag Wrestlepal Justin and hashtag WrestlepalNet. If you need to get a hold of him, it's not hard. At the Hulkster on Twitter. Can you believe? All right, I'm taking your toys away. Actually, I've got a really good toy for you coming up. Says you're gonna. I think you're gonna like it. I'm like, there we go. Put that over. You know what? I do want that behind us. And if you need to get in touch with me, at the Nate Project on Twitter. I'm terrible about responding, but I see all of your. Those are like extra spooky fingers. That's really scary. Your arm okay? Jesus, Alexa. At the Nate Project, I'll always see it, and I might not react, but I'll be scared, and you can like weird out my day. So enjoy that. That's for what it's worth. Or pretty much anywhere on social media. Hashtag Wrestlepals. This guy finds it.
I'll find it.
Hold on, I gotta get my thumb in there. This guy finds it. I was over here, and my thumb's gone.
You're
Just
over
looks
there
like,
now? You're over there now?
Just looks like I'm jerking off the diner.
I'm over here now.
There we go.
Hey-o.
At or hashtag Wrestlepals, and he'll find it. For real, dude. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there for the night, man.
Okay.
I think that's good.
Go get
That's
some
nice.
sleep.
I'm so sleepy, dude. It's 2:10.
Uh-huh.
All right, Justin.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I don't think we can
We're
even
gonna-
do the high five on
We're
this
going
one.
to do the other thing first.
Which other thing?
You're going to do the goddamn...
Oh, goddamn hashtag Wrestlepals.
I lost my keys and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog, bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.
They're just rolling around.